Hey everybody, welcome to this first ever Facebook Live launching our brand new inLab Software 19. We are excited to have all of you here today to share with you what's new with the inLab Software 19, as well as the new rollout process and some of the self-help guides that we have for you to install the software. What we're going to do today first is discuss the new process before we go into the new features with Jay Black. So, the new process for inLab Software 19, we are excited to say that we have automated this process. So, all of the license keys that you normally would receive from Dentsply Sirona, which was done manually, will now be done using our inLab Updates platform. So how this process will work is that those who had registered for inLab Software 16 or inLab Software 18 in the past will automatically be rolled into this new process. So what we're going to do is take a first-hand look at what this new process looks like. Welcome to this video tutorial on our brand new launch process for inLab Software 19. In this video, we will review what you need to do in order to get your copy of inLab Software 19. Let's get started. The first thing you want to do is look for an email that says Introducing inLab Software 19.0. This email will come from an email address that says USCCO inLab updates at dentsplySirona.com. If you don't see this email, make sure you check your spam or junk mail. Once you find the email, make sure that you scroll down and follow the steps in order to start the process. Highlight the dealer account number in your email and copy it. You're going to need this to create your account. Let's get started. Click the link. This will take you to our updates page. Click Create an Account, then select from the product group inLab. Choose your dealer, Henry Schein or Zahn, Patterson. We'll pick Patterson. Enter your dealer account number from the email. Enter the zip code that was used in the email as well, and then create a password for yourself. Make sure you remember all of this because you're going to need it to log in later. Once you complete this step, go ahead and click Create an Account. This will take you back to the login page. Add your dealer number and the password you just created. Then click Login. You should see all of your inLab equipment if you registered for software 16 or 18 with us in the past. If you did not, please reach out to either Zahn or Patterson in order to get the appropriate equipment added. If you've never registered before, we'll tell you about that in a bit. So let's go ahead and we'll click on our inLab MCXL, check all of your information is correct, and then confirm your email address, and then click Send Download Link. This will send an email automatically to your inbox with your license key and how to download the software. You'll also see it here on the screen, so you can go ahead and copy that, and you can begin the download process by clicking the Here button. You'll see it starts in the bottom left corner. You can also, if you'd like to follow along with our help videos, right-click on it, do Save Link As, and rename the zip file to inLab Cam 19.0. That way you'll be able to follow our self-help videos in a very easy and efficient manner. Press Save. That will also start the download process. You'll see the email has arrived, so I'll click on that. This is our CAD email. So within this email, you will find a link to download the software, the license key, as well as the instructions in PDF form. Click on that. That'll open up the PDF. In these instructions, you'll have step-by-step directions on how to install the CAD, CAM, all of the applications, as well as connect Case Center Inbox. You can save this to your desktop and use it later. So let's go ahead and go back and look at this email further. So you'll scroll down and see all the new features of the software. You'll see you can download the PDF instructions again, and you can watch a video on how to install CAM 19.0. All of these videos live on our Dentsply Sirona Lab YouTube page. You'll be able to find them under inLab Software 19 and Connect Case Center Inbox playlist. So you'll see this helps you walk through step by step how to install the software. You can also watch a video by Jay Black on the new features in the software. Close that out, and if you need help, we also have contact information for Patterson and Zahn. Close that out. All right, we're going to go ahead and go back since we also have an INEOS X5, so we want to get our CAD and our Connect Case Center inbox. So we'll click on the CAD, check our information, confirm our email, do send download link. You'll see the license key is there. You can download from here or from the email that you'll get. We'll do inbox, confirm all your information, send download link. You'll see that those emails come in automatically, and then you also have your license key here as well. Let's look at the CAD email. In the CAD email, you'll see there's a download link to download the software, your license key, as well as the opportunity to download the instructional PDF. You can also watch a video on how to install the CAD 19.0 as well as the applications. It is a quick tutorial, so feel free to pause the video along the way. We'll close that out. So let's go ahead and look at Connect Case Center inbox. Same thing, download link, license key, and instructions. And you can also watch a video on how to install Connect Case Center inbox. Once again, all of this is available on our Dentsply Sirona Lab YouTube channel. So we'll close that out. Let's take a look at that PDF we saved earlier. This is a step-by-step instruction on how to install CAD, CAM applications, and Connect Case Center inbox. So if you prefer this versus videos, you can save it to your desktop, print it off, and follow the directions that way as well. I hope you have found this video helpful with the new process and that you find it easy to use and a much faster, more automated way to get inLab Software 19. All right, now that we've looked at the new process, you may be asking, well, Justin, I either purchased equipment from Dentsply Sirona and never registered for inLab Software 16 or inLab Software 18 for that matter. So how do I get involved with this new process? It's simple. I'm going to post a registration link right in the comments section below where you can go and register. That'll get you added into the brand new process. That's it. Easy peasy. Now let's talk about how you install the software and some of the self-help guides that we have. So we've created a series of videos that will live both on Facebook and on YouTube that will show you how to install the new software, both the CAD, the applications, the CAM, and Connect Case Center inbox on your inLab PC. I will also post a link in the comments section below with those videos to keep it nice and simple for you. We will also have a PDF that has step-by-step instructions if you prefer a PDF over videos that I will also post a link for in the comments section below. So you should have all the resources that you need in order to install inLab Software 19. If you do have any questions along the way, you can always contact your dealer partners at both Patterson PTC or Zahn Cap. Now let's dive into the software itself. I'd like to welcome Jay Black to introduce inLab Software 19 to all of you.
Hello, this is Jay Black from the Winter Springs Dental Lab. Welcome to this Facebook Live on the new inLab Software 19.0. Feel free to ask questions in the comments section as we go, and I or Justin will answer them for you. Let's get started. First of all, we're going to have a new rebranding of Dentsply Sirona. For our inLab apps, we have a new format available now called .app CAM, so it can be directly imported into the inLab CAM software. You don't need an STL license anymore. So that applies to the inLab model, inLab partial framework, and the inLab splint. In the inLab Software 19 model app, we used to have only one model analog available. That was the NT Trading DIM analog. Now we have another model analog we can use as well. It's called the ELOS. The height of the model base can be set separately for the upper and lower jaw. In the past, whatever you had the upper and lower set to, say it was 5 millimeters, both the upper and lower would both increase the height of the model by 5 millimeters. Now you can change the upper and lower to be different. And models can be designed from Atlantis core files now. So before, when we get an Atlantis core file, we were unable to make a model because the abutment was separate from the model, now the inLab software closes the gap between the model and the abutment, and we can print those models. We have a new text labeling tool in the inLab Splint and Model software. You just go over to the right-hand side of the screen and put in the text that you want to go on the model. With a single click, you'll put it on the upper, and then a single click to put it on the lower. Virtual seating is now improved, especially for implant-supported restorations. In the past, we'd have an area when we would virtually seat it, and sometimes the abutment wouldn't show up perfectly because the area beneath it wasn't cleaned out. Now the software will go ahead and clean that out, and we have a reduce tool available. It's a partial reduce tool for one-to-one copy cases, and I'll go over that. So you can see here for virtual seating, especially for implant type restorations, it will go ahead and make a bounding box underneath, so it's nice and clean, and you're able to print these models now. So we have a partial reduction tool for all of our one-to-one copy cases. This is really cool. Currently, you can only use one line at this point. So here's an example. So for this one-to-one copy case, let's say we wanted to reduce the gingiva so we could layer ceramic. We'll go ahead and just draw our line on our tissue where we want it to be reduced, one single line, and let it know how much the reduction strength you want, and click apply, and then you'll get a reduced area for layering ceramic or composite. You can also, instead of reducing the gingiva, you can go ahead and reduce the teeth themselves with one single line. You go ahead and outline the teeth and click reduce, and that way you can layer ceramic. Or you can go ahead and partially reduce the entire restoration. We also have integration of the INEOS X5 into the exocad scan workflow, and this will be called dot dental project format. Also, we had STL scan data in the past where we would import it in, and sometimes we'd have to cut off the base. Now, whenever you have STL scan data with the model base, it automatically is cut and opens it up for you. And the INEOS Blue is no longer supported in inLab Software 19. For the inLab CAM 19.0 software, we also have the new rebranding Dentsply Sirona. What's really cool is we have improved milling times with the inLab MCX5. It's a lot faster thanks to accelerated machine movements, reduction of the amount of tool changes that it has to do, and a faster stop and restart process. I've noticed my milling times have been a lot faster, and you can actually see the machine moving a lot faster. inLab CAM 19 new process options: the grinding of abutment crowns with screw channel access such as Seltra Duo. So let's say you have just a regular titanium base and you want to do a Seltra or a ceramic crown on it. You can now use the screw channel tool for those particular cases and mill them with the MCX5. We have some different pinning options available that I'll go through in next slide. And we have for our digital dentures now, there's more material clearance for access for bonding teeth around your sockets. All right, so here's an example of a all-on-4 that's ready to be milled. We have different sprue options. We have one up here that is the wide thinned, or you can choose thinned sprue. Down at the bottom we have the not thin sprue, and this is a really cool new addition here. It is called a cut sprue. So after it goes ahead and puts all your sprues on there, mills them all out, you can have the option to, hey, go ahead and cut that one off after you're done. We use this a lot on PMMA cases, wax cases. That's a really neat feature. inLab CAM 19.0 third-party data processing. Now we have optimized processing from Crown and Bridge Designs with screw channels. So before, when we get cases in that were STLs, we'd have some issues sometimes with the screw channel. Now these are more optimized. And we have a new button down here. So fitting surface can be adjusted when the restoration design doesn't correspond to the configuration of the machine. So what this means is, let's say you design this restoration for a different machine, you have the option now to, instead of going back to the CAD software and redesign it for that particular machine, you can just go ahead and click this button and it will adjust the fitting surface to the tools that are in your mill. We have some new analyzing tools in the CAM software which I really like. One is called Milling Simulation. It shows the production results based on the positioning, production options, and the pinning and machine tool configuration. Also, we have a wall thickness visualization. It shows wall thickness in critical areas. And we have our cursor details where you can see the different thicknesses of our restorations. So for this particular all on 4K, so you can see if we chose very high and normal and have the sprues in these particular areas, it'll show what areas won't mill out as well as we would like to. And for the next slide, you can see the difference between very high and if you choose high. If you choose high on this, there'll be a few more extra areas that won't be milled out. And you can do the same thing for low. You can change the sprues and see exactly what areas are not going to mill out like you want. Also, we have wall thickness analyzing tool. Here we can go ahead and see that, on this particular area we have some thin spots, so we're probably going to get chipping, so we'll know to go back and adjust that area in our design software. Multi-layer bridges. Let's say we wanted to go ahead and split our case into a top layer and a bottom layer, just design it full contour with gingiva, and wherever our tooth, our restoration touches the gingiva is where the software is going to split it into a top and bottom layer once you click on Edit Multi-Layer. So you can see here it went ahead and split it into a bottom gingiva area with preps and a top layer with either bridges or single units. You can choose whichever you want. Also, in the past, we didn't have the most perfect prep after we went ahead and clicked on Edit Multi-Layer, but now we have much smoother preps in the 19 software. You have the option to use the scale tool and move our preps up and down, or you can go ahead and completely turn them into sockets, whichever you want, using the scale tool. So then you'll have your top layer and your bottom layers. In this particular case, we milled this out of Lucitone 199. And the top layer out of whatever you want. Put them together. And you have your restoration. Or you can choose to print your multi-layer. All right, next we have inLab CAM 19.0 third-party data processing. Now we have a validated interface for import from exocad restoration data. It'll be imported as a .construction info. We have some new materials. We have the Sirona XT multi-layer, and now we can also choose 35mm disc capability for milling of digital dentures. We really love this Sirona XT multi-layer. Has a normal green adapter ring like the Sirona XT. It's very easy to differentiate its multi-layer in the middle. Very easy to read. Instead of having the numbers on the side only, it has them on the top. So it's very easy to go ahead and load your disc into the CAD or the CAM software. We have two different keyways here. This one at the top is for positioning in third-party mills, and the one at the bottom is for positioning in the inLab MCX5. What really differentiates the Sirona XT multi-layer is the different transitional layers in the incisal and the dentin that we have here. In all of the discs, the 14, 18, and 25mm, we have 20% incisal and 60% dentin. This really helps to get truer shades and not have too much incisal, and we really have liked this multi-layer material. and every different shade, A1, A2, A3, A3.5, they all have their own incisal that was made for that particular color. Here's an example of the Sirona XT multi-layer in the CAM19 software. You can see that the top we have the 20% incisal and the 60% dentin here at the bottom. It leads us to a lot better shades. Traditional multi-layers that you can see over on the right just have too much incisal and not enough dentin, so it's really hard to get the right shade, and there's always too much incisal, always ends up being gray. With the Sirona XT multi-layer, we see a lot truer shades, and we usually move our restorations all the way up to the top. And you can see if you want more incisal, you'll raise it higher in the disc. Less incisal, you'll bring it lower in the disc. We have something new called the Sirona Connect Case Center Inbox. So it makes digital impressioning accessible for every lab. You have access to the largest installed base of intraoral scanners in the world. You download the software for the secure reception of digital impression data. Download of scan data is open and validated formats. Automatic data import into inLab or exocad software. It's really cool because if you have, let's say, 10 cases that came in and you want them all just automatically downloaded into inLab software, you can go ahead and do that. Or if you have exocad, you can go ahead and just say, hey, download all these cases into exocad, and if you import it into inLab or exocad, you will get the margin with it as well. I want to thank you for joining me for this Facebook Live on the new inLab Software 19.0. We hope that you found this helpful today, and feel free to continue asking questions in the comment section below. Thank you, and I'll pass it back to Justin.
Awesome. Thank you, Jay. Well, that's all we have for inLab Software 19. You should be receiving the new process soon. We're hoping to have it rolled out in a waved approach so that by the end of the month, all of our customers in our database will have access to this brand new software. So we're really excited for you to use inLab Software 19. Just a reminder, feel free to continue to ask questions in the comments section below. Both Jay and myself will be answering during this live stream and after the live stream. So when it ends, this video will live on Facebook forever. We hope you've enjoyed this live stream. Thank you for joining us today. We will stay on for another 5 to 15 minutes, depending upon how many questions are coming on, and answering those for you. But once again, thank you, everybody, and we'll see you next time.